Welcoming ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? This press conference is about to begin. Good morning to all the guests, sponsors, media reporters, and journalists. I am Evita. It's my pleasure to be a moderator for this press conference. The purpose of having this press conference is to change thoughts on something that's important to communicate, namely mental health. Before the press conference begins, allow me to introduce our speaker. This is Ms. Indri, the Minister of Health of the Republic Indonesia. And beside her, it is Ms. Tiara, the head of the Directorate of Mental Health. Without further ado, I would like to welcome the first speaker to deliver the speech. Okay, Ms. Indri, like already mentioned before, our today's topic is about mental health. So how do you think about mental health?
Okay, Ms. Andin, thank you for the question, Sarah. Okay, so as an employee of Ministry of Health, I'm honored to address the critical issue of mental health in Indonesia. Mental health is an integral part of our overall well-being, yet it has often been overlooked or stigmatized in our society. First and foremost, it is essential to recognize that mental health is just as important as our physical health. In recent years, there has been a growing awareness about mental health in Indonesia, and we have seen positive steps taken towards addressing this issue. However, of course, much work still needs to be done.
So, is it a serious problem that we need to look more closely and take note from?
Well, the trend is always rising these few years, and according to recent studies, an estimated 15% of the population suffers from some form of mental health like depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, and schizophrenia. The prevalence of these conditions is particularly concerning among vulnerable groups such as adolescents, the elderly, and those living in poverty. Additionally, the COVID-19 pandemic in 2021 has exacerbated mental health issues, highlighting the urgent need for accessible and effective mental health services.
And what do you think is the biggest or the most influential challenge for mental health problem in Indonesia?
Well, there are actually so many factors contributing to this issue, but one of the most significant challenges we face is the prejudice and discrimination directed towards people with mental health conditions. The stigma often stems from a lack of understanding and awareness about mental health. Then, people with mental health issues are frequently misunderstood, marginalized, and subjected to unfair treatment in society. This not only exacerbates their condition, but also discourages them from seeking help due to fear of the judgment itself.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Indri, for your informative and interesting talk. Now, I would like to invite Ms. Tiara to deliver her message. So, Ms. Ara, how do you see the impact of mental health disorders on the society, especially the younger generation?
Okay, thank you, Ms. Andin. So, mental disorders have a very significant impact on society, especially in younger generation. Mental disorders can cause difficulty in interacting with other people and then experiencing depression and having suicidal thoughts. The mental health of society, especially in young people, millennials, and also Gen Z, plays a very important role in achieving SDGs of Indonesia. Therefore, we must pay attention to people's mental health and increase access to mental and also psychological health facilities to achieve this goal.
Alright, does technology play a big role in this? And how do you see the role of technology in improving access to mental health services?
Yes, of course. Technology plays important role in increasing access to mental health services. We can use the Sehat Jiwa application and psychologists of our psychiatry services to various channels, as well as increase public awareness about the importance of getting professional help from a psychologist and providing support in undergoing therapy.
Talking about current health services, how does the Ministry of Health view a role of the mental health services in society?
Alright, mental health services are essential in society. We must increase public awareness about mental health and the importance of maintaining mental health. We must also increase public awareness about the importance of getting professional help from a psychologist and also providing therapy. This is because the challenge we face in mental health problems are not easy. Preventive action by various parties is needed, especially providing understanding to public about mental health both in urban and also rural areas. And then, education and awareness campaign are crucial in breaking down these barriers. The Ministry of Health is committed to implementing programs that promote mental health literacy, reduce stigma, and also encourage individuals to seek help without fear of discrimination.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we come to the question and answer session. Don't forget to mention your name and what media you represent. Any question? Okay.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. My name is Sadiqa from CNN Indonesia. My question is, how the government face the issue of this mental health problem? I think that's all. Thank you.
Okay, so for that question, Actually, the Indonesian government has taken several steps to deal with mental health issues. First, the government has implemented a policy system that covers various aspects, such as Law Number 18 of 2014 concerning mental health and Law Number 23 of 2014 concerning local government. Second, the government has integrated mental health services into community-based services to ensure universal coverage and improve access to mental health services. And third, the government has arranged rehabilitative efforts based on Article Number 25, such as providing education, training, and skills for young ODGs.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Indri, for your answer. So, is there any question again? Okay.
New my mission when we visit news and education is how can improve mental health services for underserved population.
Okay, thank you for the questions. So this includes increasing access to health insurance that cover mental health care expenses, and then diversifying the mental health workforce to reflect the diversity of the communities it serves, and then addressing cost barriers through cost-effective intervention and also telehealth services, and then improving communication and also coordination between healthcare services, and then the last one is fostering collaboration that address the unique needs of underserved populations.
Finally, we come to the end part of this press con. We would like to say thanks again to the speaker for the important messages and the audience for active participants. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully, this press con will be informative and useful for everyone. Thank you for your time and attention. Good morning, everyone.